Greetings. I just wanted to do a quick unboxing video of the Chinese 48 volt 1400 watt electric outboard motors. I've seen them on several different listings on Amazon and on eBay, and obviously like on AliExpress under a bunch of different pseudo brand names, but just searching for 1400 watt 48 volt electric outboard usually comes up with multiple results. So I've already opened up the box. It was stapled, so I had to rip those out. But the box only contains just the motor and nothing else. There is no documentation with it. There was one tag written in Chinese that I went ahead and translated, and I'll put that down in the description. And it basically just walks through voltage requirements and how to wire up the motor. So overall, I'm really impressed with the quality. This is cast aluminum, pretty beefy prop on there. I can try to measure the pitch on that, but looks pretty aggressive compared to a normal trolling motor. I'd say that's probably about 8 to 10 inches. I'll measure that. Nice fiberglass reinforced, probably nylon transom bracket, and it's got a really nice tilt adjustment lever on there that's easy to get to. So with looks like another cast aluminum dog that engages in there, a real positive lock. Has a twist lock here and a depth lock here as well to be able to adjust maximum depth. The casing feels like pretty decent quality compared to some of the other stuff I've seen. Again, decent, that might just be nylon, not probably fiberglass reinforced. Here's the branding on the top. It's the HighTime P260, but if you search for that, you won't come up with any listings, at least from what I've been able to see. The tiller handle is adjustable. Let's see. Oops. Probably about 30 degrees up, and then obviously all the way down flat for storage. It's got a twist throttle, single direction, and after translating the Chinese instructions, this is forward and reverse here, and then this button is a cruise control, so you can set your throttle setting, press cruise control, and then let go, and it'll hold that until the next time you press the throttle. Pretty beefy cord on there. However, the connector on the end is like a 3-prong like AC plug. That's going to come off and get replaced with an Anderson power pole. I don't know if that's a standard in China, but I definitely wouldn't want to set up anything on 48 volt DC with that plug. So I'll probably do another video of swapping that out, and hopefully get around to do some testing here soon and see if it actually does make 1400 watts and what that does on a I've got a small 12-foot inflatable cataract that I plan to power with it. So we'll see how that does. Looking forward to testing it out, but overall, pretty impressed with the quality so far. Thanks. Okay, I went ahead and opened up the casing on it. It was shy 2 screws, and there's only 6 total, so you might want to check that if you receive yours. This, after second evaluation, this is probably ABS, and it feels a little bit flimsy, so we'll see how that holds up. Not too concerned on the top, but where it connects to the shaft, I could see it not being very impact resistant. So here you have the motor controller. This was loose on mine, and again, it only had 1 screw, and that screw post had snapped off. So I'm going to glue that and then add the other 4 screws. That should be good to hold it. But again, check that. Make sure that it's got a full set of screws on there. Got your 3 phase wires that run down the shaft there, and then they integrated this kind of terminal block. It's a little bit cheesy, but it should work with all the connections. So I'm going to go ahead and run fresh wires all the way up to here to the terminal block for the battery power. Like I said, I'll use the Anderson power pole probably with the 8 gauge wire, and go ahead and wire that in, and that should be a little bit better than what comes with the motor. But it's an unbranded power supply, or motor controller rather, so we'll see how that works. But overall, connections look decent. Those look like they're soldered and crimped, so those should be pretty robust. Yeah, this part here, as you can see, where it attaches to the shaft, not real substantial, so keep that in mind. I wouldn't be knocking this around a whole lot. I could see that breaking free from that part there. So on another note, if you were setting this up for like a kayak with a remote control, this would actually be pretty sweet, because you could just ditch this whole casing altogether, relocate your power supply, and then run your leads to your motor control to a remote location, and actually be really easy to swap out that way. So yeah, just wanted to take a look under the hood, fix a few things, and hopefully get to some testing. Alright, we're just going to do a quick test in a trash bin full of water here, just to test the total amp draw. Yeah, that's the lowest idle setting there. Kind of hard to see the water level. Okay. Definitely feels like the speed controller is stepped slightly. It's not like infinite adjustability. Yeah, I'd say there's probably about 8 to 10 speeds. There's low idle. That's probably looking steady at about 250 watts. Now, there's half power. That's between 580 and 640 watts. That's pushing a good amount of water there. We're going to go ahead and goose it. I'm probably going to get wet here, but... Oh, wow. Alright. There's max power. That's drawing a total of around 1100 watts, peaking maybe 1250. But obviously the prop is cavitating quite a bit, so it's probably pretty close to that 1400 watt rating. We'll have to keep testing it here. Okay, again, this is testing at full power. It's settled in. I added a little bit more water. It's settled in around 1250 watts and drawn around 25 amps. And it is starting to break my trash can. It has a significant amount of thrust. I'll be really interested to test this out in open water. I'm running off a 30 amp hour 48 volt Power Queen battery, and right now the BMS shows that this will run at full speed for about an hour and 15 minutes, so that's actually a lot better than I expected. Alright, just a comparison. This is a supposedly 1 horsepower 12 volt Haswing Polar with a 3-blade prop running on, again, 12 volt 100 amp hour battery. Yeah, not bad, but definitely doesn't move the same volume of water. And we're currently going about 44 amps on 12 volts, so I'll do the math, but that's right about half. So probably around 500 to 600 watts.